Yes, sir. Okay, I'm trying to get this topic pinned. All right, there we go. God damn, it's hella dusty up over here. Let me add some motherfuckers. Shit, my ugly ass sneeze face. Y'all see the topic? Let's see. I'm gonna add some folks. I'm just adding a couple folks. Let's see. I'm adding a couple people, man. Y'all see the topic? It's pinned in the comments. It's been over 30 days. I went fucking live and shit. I was blocked. Let's see. I'm just inviting folks to watch. Motherfuckers who be tapping in with me frequently. I think that's homie's old profile. Let's see. The homie, the Cuddy. Okay. Few people. All right, that's enough. Okay. Let me get my laptop started. All right. Man, let me turn this heater off. So hot in here. Damn, it's hot as fuck. Hold on. I'm starting my laptop. Hey, y'all give your answers. Y'all see the topic right there pinned in the comments. Is it easier for men or women to get sex? And how is it easier? And why is it easier? Hold on, I need to get a motherfucking napkin. Yeah, I'm at the smoke shop with it. Hey, welcome in.
Do you mind if I bring my bike inside?
Yeah, you can bring it in. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Over 30 days I ain't been live. Get my laptop started for the topic. How can I help you?
I wanted to check out you guys' e-liquids.
The what?
The e-liquids.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, check it out. $10 each, man. I'm trying to get rid of it. 2 for 15.
What time you guys close?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I gotta go home and get some money there real quick.
All right, no problem.
All right, I'll be right back then.
All right, cool.
All right.
Shit. Fuck that. I'm closing at 8:45. Anyway, all right. Oh, what's up with Naomi? She gave the first comment. Easier for women to get it? Okay, why do you think it's easier for women to get it? Pretty much. Why and how is it easier for women to get it? And why is it easier for women? Yeah, y'all can share the live if you can. Please share the live. What's up with my cousin? Yes, sir. What's up with the homie? The homie AB. So the topic and the question is it easier for men or for women to get sex? How is it easier and why is it easier? Y'all got any clue? The homegirl Naomi said it's easier for women to get it. And I agree. God damn, it's dusty as fuck. My allergies going wild. All right. So I'll just kick it off. I'll just kick it off right now. Hold on. I turned my shit on vibrate. Turn my shit on silent. My cousin, he said for women, power of the pussy. Yes, that's the main component. That's the main part of it. Power of the pussy. Or really have niggas bowing down to the pussy. Like, come on now. It's wild. My laptop just got started up. Just in case motherfuckers want me to fact check. I'm on their ass today. But anyway. Okay, Naomi said easier for women to get it. My cousin, he said for women, easier to get it. The power of the pussy. Okay. Man, let me just start it off, man. I was doing a little bit of studying today. Came across a lot of facts. It's by far way easier. It's by far way easier for women to get sex than it is for men. And there's many, many, many reasons. There's many reasons for that shit. Like, real talk. Turning some notifications off and shit, my bad. But yeah. It's easier for women, by far, to get sex than it is for men to get sex. And there's a lot of reasons why, and I'm going to go over these things. And if you got questions, exactly. My brother Luis said, it's easier for women. I mean, a lot of people, and even women themselves, majority of women should admit some shit like that, you know what I mean? Because that's just an easy answer. Some women will still start crying and get in their feelings and be like, oh, well, some women, it's hard for them. Nah, definitely. Get some type of sexual activity. Even if you're a crippled ass woman. Even if you're a crippled ass woman with no legs, there will still be a motherfucker out there willing to give you some play. A few motherfuckers, I ain't gonna lie. Because a lot of these average men, that women ain't looking their way anyway, so they desperate for sex. They fuck around and you know what I mean? Lower their standards. The title for the live is wild. What's up with my nephew? Is it easier for women or men to get sex? How is it easier and why? I mean, it's a simple question. A lot of women like to beat around the bush, but these are some facts we discussing. All right, man, I'm going to just jump straight into it. Majority of the things a man has to do to get the women, man, he has to strive for it. And that's some real shit. Okay. We could go by a lot of shit. Hey, what's up with Big Bruh? Shit, chilling. You already know, man, what the deal is. Big Bruh right here, man. I'm just going over some facts right here that I've been studying over. You know what I mean? It's definitely easier for women to get sex than men. Like I said, the majority of things a man has to do to get the women, you know what I mean? He has to strive for. Now, we could go over a few things. We could go over a couple things right here. So, a couple things, man, just right off the rip. Physique. You know what I mean? A man has to have his body right to get his options up. If not, you know what I mean? Fat man, let's be realistic. Fat dude, he got low options. He has to compensate for other shit. Or he has to compensate from being overweight with some other shit. Maybe you got good game. Maybe you got some money. Maybe you got some jewelry or some type of shit. You know what I mean? Cool job. Maybe it's popular. You got some status, some followers, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Okay, check it out. But we're going to break it down piece by piece. Like I said, physique. Get your options right as a man. Get your options up as a man. Get your physique right. Be consistently in the gym. Eat right. That don't mean you got to go on a diet or anything like that. That just means portions, you know what I mean? Portion your shit out. My brother said, enlightenment is the key, but there can be no rise without decision. Pyramid jewels. Definitely. For sure, man. That's the key. That's the gem my brother's dropping. That's facts. You know what I mean? Okay, so like I said, physique. Gotta get your body right, get your options up as a man. You know what I mean? And getting your body right, it ain't an easy ride. You know what I mean? It ain't an easy journey to get your body right and maintain it like that. Also, style. Style, that could have a lot of things to do. That could be clothes. It's not just clothes. It's also hygiene, accessories, some type of shit like that. Style, you know what I mean? It's style. It might be even style of music. It might be even just, like I said, the way you walk, the way you spit your game, your mannerisms, shit like that. That's all goes hand in hand with style. And a lot of people could be blessed with the mouthpiece, gift of gab, and all that shit naturally. A lot of people don't, though. A lot of people don't even got style. They might have good hygiene, but no style. They might have good style, bad hygiene. No accessories. These are just, accessories is just, you know what I mean, plausible. That's just an additive, a bonus, a plus for a woman. You know, cool watch, a chain, maybe some earrings, some type of shit. All right. Also, money. Money. That's a big factor when it comes to this shit like this. Real talk. Money. Of course, more money you get, to increase your options of the women. You know, women gonna be like, okay, they got the money. Go straight for you. These are things like a promotion. You bust your ass working hard. You know what I mean? You get that raise, you get that promotion, you get that office, you get that corner office, you get that, you know, you progress in a higher tax bracket, some type of shit. You know what I mean? Your hustle, entrepreneurship, your drive, your ambition. This all goes hand in hand with money, making your money. And the last thing, these are just things that I just wrote down, jotted down real fast. Also is status. If you think about it, status, status that has a lot of things to do. This is a lot of women say it doesn't matter about a man's status if they'll let him fuck or be married to him or some type of shit, but they can say all that shit, but that's a fucking lie. Because status has not just popularity, they can have some followers, they can have a good standing in the community, or maybe it don't even have to be good standing in the community. It could be the nigga who's the local shooter that everybody on the streets knows is a shooter, and all the bitches just, you know what I mean, they love bad boys. They fuck around and gravitate to his ass. They might gravitate to the local drug dealer or some type of shit. So if you got some type of status in the community, you're known in the community, some type of way, you'll get some type of status, even that goes hand in hand with some type of status, you know what I mean, within the community. Really negative or positive, you know what I mean? And I think that goes hand in hand with personality. Personality goes with, I guess, status. That could up your status and shit, you know what I mean? That also goes with style, too. You know, work on your personality. Motherfuckers be dull as shit. You know what I mean? A woman don't want to fucking sit there and they both not talking. They want to be intrigued. You don't want your woman to be talking her fucking ass off and shit. Unless she's like really explaining something or you acting like you're listening or some shit. Also, what's crazy though is that it's harder for men to get sex. Oh shit. It's harder for men to get sex, right? And on top of that, we have a lower standard for women as far as sex partners. You know what I mean? Our standard for women to marry is higher, but our standard is lower on the women that we would have sex with because sex is so scarce when it comes to a man, especially the average man. You know what I mean? The average man don't even get a look his way by a woman. But that's just, man, we're going to get into that in a minute. Hey, type your answers or your questions or your opinions. If you want to join, send that request. Or let me know. I can send it to y'all. But these are the reasons why that it's easier for a woman to get sex than a man. And I got a couple minutes with y'all. Another thing I want to touch. Like I said, we have a lower standard in women when it comes to sex partners. And it's still hard for men to get women. It's still hard for men to bag a woman. You know what I mean? It's hard. And we have lower standards, so you know what I mean? So that just show you that women just have it easier when it comes to getting sex. You know, we could add a couple things, you know. We have a lower standard, yeah, but at the same time, women aren't finding men physically or economically suitable to be husbands or to be marriage material or even relationship material, or even when it comes to sex part, and that trickles down to sex partners. You know what I mean? So that means that they're going to be picky with their sex partners. So that makes it harder for men too as well, because I'm not going to lie, the average man is lacking. The average man doesn't have what the average woman wants. And that's just plain and simple. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody tuning in. If y'all want to share the live, type in your answers, type in your questions, opinions, whatever it is. We're just going over this shit right here. Okay. And this is due to a mismatch in the marriage marketplace and the dating. You know, that could trickle down to the dating and relationship marketplace too as well. So more women are becoming educated, so that means that their standards are higher too. You know what I mean? Even though a lot of women further their education in college, they don't necessarily always get that job that they spend. They always, or not always, a lot of women end up doing some other shit that they didn't even get a degree for. So it's just like, you know what I mean? So women are becoming educated. They have this higher standard in a man too, you know what I mean? I believe it's 75% of women take up the students on college campuses here in America. So that's 75%. That's 3/4. Excuse me. 3/4 of women take up the students on college campuses across America. Only 25% of the students are men. And that's fucking crazy. So now all these women have higher standards. And it's not that less men, well, it has a combination. Some less men are not going to college because they're pursuing entrepreneurship or some type of shit like that, you know what I mean? But that's just a very small fraction. There's still a lot of men that are going to college. It's just that it's increasing overwhelmingly on the women's side. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of women are going to college, like I said. Okay. The homegirl K Baby said it all depends on looks. But yeah, it depends on looks, of course, but are there more average look? All right, we could put it this way. The average woman doesn't even look in the direction or only looks in the direction, not for long, of the average man. But the average man looks at the average woman's direction, up and a little bit down. We don't mind, looking down or lowering our standards when it comes to sex partners. And women don't want to look down. They don't want to aim down or lower their standards when it comes to sex partners. Women are picky. So it depends on looks, but it doesn't always depend on looks, because especially for women, a man could be handsome, but she still has to have some type of connection or attraction to him some type of way. Maybe he's talking to her cool, he's sounding smart and all that shit. You know, that's sapiosexual, attracted to the mind and the mentality. There's other ways, like maybe he's tall, maybe he has money, maybe he has a nice car. You know, there's always has to be something. It's rarely strictly that a man is good looking that a woman will commit to sex. And we'll get to that in a minute if y'all want to stay tuned still. So that goes for K Baby's comment. She said it all depends on looks. And now when it comes to the man's damn near strictly on looks. If a woman looks good, he don't care if she's rich. He don't care if he has all the nice accessories. He don't care if she's looking kind of bummy. If her face looks cool, we down there about to smash. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't look cool. You know what I mean? Like I said, we could lower our standards. And what else? Okay, I'm gonna hit another point. How it's easier for women to get sex. It's easier for women to get sex than it is for men to get sex, which should be an easy answer across the board. Everybody should have the same answer, but it's the small details and the facts, the statistics and shit that people get caught up. They are speaking out of feelings. I'm speaking out of statistics and data. Like I said, the mismatches in the marriage marketplace. A lot of women. One of the things are women are becoming more educated. That's making them have unrealistic and higher standards, and that's also attributing not just to education, but a lot of things. Like, for example, a woman could just get smashed by maybe the local neighborhood fucking drug dealer or the local dude who's the sports jock or some type of shit. And then now her aim is set high, damn near for the rest of her life. I got smashed by the jock, which, like I said, we discussed. Men can lower their standards if the opportunity is right. He'll smash, you know what I mean, somebody. He'll smash a woman who doesn't look all that good, you know what I mean. So the woman now she has a fictitious view of a higher standard that she feels like she deserves just because she got smashed by like a man who was like a 7 or 8 or a 9. So that's also something when it comes to unrealistic high standards that women have. Okay, also an important topic and a fact that I frequently say a lot of people don't, it's not getting in their head, and it baffled me when I first fucking heard that shit. It's one third of men aged 18 to 35 in North America they're reported to have sexual inactivity. And there's different things. 1/3 of men from 18 to 35 are virgins. 1/3 of men aged from 18 to 35 report no sex in a year or longer. And that has to be the truth. Men usually don't conflate that. It's embarrassing to admit some shit like that. So to lie about something like that, you know what I mean? This is accurate. And also, they also report no sex at all. Abstinent, and it's not by choice. That's simply because they can't. They be trying to get women, but they simply can't because the average man, the average woman, or any woman doesn't really look the average man's direction. You know what I mean? And I'll admit that there are studies of women reporting sexual inactivity from ages 25 to 35. Sexual inactivity increases for women. That means they ain't getting as much play from ages 25 to 35. And there's a lot of reasons why. Because from 25 to 35, usually before that 18 to 20 something, early 20s, they're going to college. They're getting smashed. They focusing on their schooling and shit and all that. That's cool. But by that time they get their degree and all that shit, they're 25. So their sexual activity in college and 18 to 24 is higher because that's also when the woman reaches her peak sexuality or her peak attractiveness when it comes to her sexuality. Is from 18 to 24. As soon as she hits 25 to 35, now she got her degree. She's reporting sexual inactivity because that's by choice, though. That's because she's more focused on her career. She's done having sex and done being a hoe. Now she feels like, she could focus more on her career. It's when they get from 35 to 45 is when they start wanting to have a family and they done forgot about all that shit and they done lost a lot of shit. Hey, what's up with it? Hey, Kayla, what's up? Across the fucking United States, you're like 3 hours ahead of me, I think. 2 or 3, huh? Hey, my love, on my way to bed. Love you. Have a great night. Love you guys too, or love you too. Have a good one. What else? Yeah, like I said, so women do report. There are reported, but women usually conflate, aka they exaggerate on a lot of reports when it comes to reporting their sexual body count and stuff like that. I'll message you in the morning. All right, Kayla, no problem. I think you'll be up 3 hours earlier than me. But okay, so like I said, they report from age 25 to 35, women reported sexual inactivity. And that's, like I said, they're focusing on their career. By that time they got their degree and all that shit, they're focusing on their career. Like I said, they still have the higher standards. Now their standards are even more high. They can graduated. They probably got their own business started. They're becoming boss bitches. They have the boss mentality and all that shit. Also, too, this is a fact I want to throw in there. Men aged 18 to 60, overwhelmingly, would choose a woman from 18 to 24 or 25. You know what I mean? So the increase in sexual inactivity in women from ages 25 to 35 is linked to women losing their youth, beauty, and their fertility, because that's when they're at their sexual peak of attractiveness, when they're 18 to 24. So 25 to 35, they ain't getting the attention like that no more, because, like I said, from men from 18 to 60 still are looking at the women that are 18 to 24 years old mostly. You know what I mean? So the women that are 25 to 35, they ain't getting no play because they're focusing on their career. They still have the higher standards. You start saying, oh, I don't need a man, this, that, and third. But also, they always deny that they're losing their youth, beauty, and fertility. And that's a lot of main things that men look for in women. You know what I mean? Also, doing all that shit, they adapt masculine or other hyper-independent qualities and traits. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. Let me see what time it is. 9:26. I got me for like 20 more minutes. Something else I wanted to touch on. Another thing too. It takes more than sexual arousal for a woman to commit to having sex to a man. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It looks like my eyes is fucking closed and shit. I am high, but shit, I ain't that high. My eyes is open. I gotta lean down a little bit. But yeah, like I said, back to it. It takes more than sexual arousal for a woman to commit to sex, to having sex with a man. Meaning, a man just can't be handsome and shit, and a woman, that's not enough for a woman to commit to having sex with that man. He can't just look good. There's always something else. Like I said, nice style. He has a nice body. He's tall. He has some jewelry, some accessories, nice clothes, nice job, popular, some type of shit like that. Hey, welcome in. Who that, Jesse?
Yeah.
What up with it?
Let me get 10 on time one.
Got you.
Before I go to work and friggin'.
Bobbin, you go to work in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's why I'm coming over here. Just put 10 on the game real quick and have something to do while I'm there.
Yes, sir. You said 10 on it?
Yeah, on Admiral.
10 Admiral. All right, it's good. All right, we're going, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up with Lord Twist? No, I'm playing. All right, we're going back into it. Only got a couple minutes. I want to expand on it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it takes more than sexual arousal for a woman to commit to having sex with a man. Like I said, you guys to have cool style as well. Some money maybe. Some jewelry or some accessories. I don't know. A man always has some type of additive. A man looking good and handsome is not enough for a woman to commit having sex to him. And that's just real shit. So, like I said, you got to work on your body. What's up with you got to work on a lot of things, including your gym, your body, hit the gym, your money, your health, your looks, your hygiene, a lot of shit. What's up with DJ Banks? Sitting up over here schooling these motherfuckers. Share the live if y'all can, man. There's a couple of y'all in here. You know, men have to become. Women just are. So women are born with their value. Men have to earn their value. And a lot of women get hurt when I hear that shit. Or when they hear that shit. It's easy, bro. Exactly. The answer is women. That's what I'm saying. Women have it easier when it comes to getting sex. Women can get sex easier. That answer should be the same across boards. Men and women should have the same answer. It's easier for women. Women know that shit. But it's the small details and the reasons why. And it's the reasons how a woman get it easier, and it's the reasons why a woman get it easier that tick off a woman. And it's just reality, you know what I mean? Like I said, men have to become. Women just are. What I studied is that women are like trust fund babies. They're born with their value. And men, damn, my fucking pants are sagging and shit. And men, fucking forgot my belt. Men have to earn their value. Women are born with their value. Their most valued attribute for a woman is her beauty. That's the main attribute, the main value is her beauty. A lot of women like that shit, but they say, I got more value than just my looks, my education, my money, my business. I got 2 kids. What the fuck? All this shit. A man of higher value don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? So like I said, men have to become something in order to get the women. Women just are, meaning they don't gotta do shit to get men. Another fact that I want to throw in is women on Tinder. Women swipe right only 2% on the men. So women only swipe 2% on men. So that means women, and these are just men's profiles that were studied over this shit, were just the average looking men, average looking profiles, couple pictures, decent looking guys. The study was on thousands and thousands of profiles, you know what I mean? Women only swipe right on 2% of men with average profiles. And men have to check off multiple boxes for women to actually even consider them attractive. And even more boxes men have to check off if they want to have sex with that woman. That's real talk. What's up with Crystal? Like I said, women swipe right 2% of the time on men's profiles when it comes to Tinder. Men mainly go off looks. So this is the reason why they swipe right on 46% of women. Because we go off looks. You know what I mean? You just go off looks. So we swipe right easier. You know what I mean? Almost half, 46%. You know what I mean? A couple people put some answers. That's pretty much all of my notes that I had. You know what I mean? I had a couple of shits, couple points. So pretty much to sum it up, I want to sum it up. It's way easier for women to get sex than it is for men. I don't care what women say. Oh, women could, there's a lot of women who can't get sex too. It don't matter. There's a man who's going to give him a chance. And you can say that there's a woman who will give a man a chance who's a fucking bum and broke. Most likely not. But there's a small chance, I guess you would say. Small percentage. Bro got notes, was busy. Guest came late. Oh, yeah, you came late. I don't know. I got a couple more if you want to. I got like until 8:45, so I got to start wrapping up the smoke shop right here. It's 8:33, so we could chop game up. Got any questions? What you got your answer? Or you got any opinions or something? Or even if you want to talk about some other shit, fuck it. We at the end of this anyway. I ain't even been on an hour. I know it's, Sunday? I know a lot of people wasn't tuning in. But, yeah, it's way easier for women to get sex. Let me go over these points real fast. Majority of the things a man has to do to get sex and to get women, he has to strive for. So, a lot of things that help men get women is their physique. Get their body right. Going to the gym consistently. Get their diet right. You know what I mean? All that shit. Start eating good. All that. They can work on their style. This is not just clothes. It's also his hygiene, accessories, and even a little bit of personality up in there. You know what I mean? That's your style. Your mouthpiece, all that shit. Hold on. And then, you know what I mean? Also, money. This is going to increase your likelihood to get bitches and to get sex and to get women. You know, money. You got to bust your ass to get that promotion. You got to bust your ass to get, to get that pay raise. You got to bust your ass to get them extra hours. You got to bust that ass to fucking do all this shit. Also, you got to hustle. You know what I mean? This money equates to hustle. So if you're hustling, man, if you're just for the entrepreneurs, if you're hustling, this is all things that go hand in hand to increase your money, just to get your options up. You know what I mean? So, because it's hard out here for men to get some sex. I'm talking about the average man, you know what I mean? Compared to women. It's way easier for women to get sex, for sure. You got any questions or comments, you disagree, let me know. You could join it too. And we debate right here. I ain't tripping. I'm summarizing these things. Also, status. Status just isn't popularity. It might be followers. It might be, you know what I mean? It might be, you might be a man of the community. You helping out the community. A lot of people know you. Maybe it's negative. Or maybe it's positive. You know what I mean? You could be donating shit. And a lot of people see that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I got my boy JG Wentworth. My boy James, man. He be donating shit to the community. He a man of the community. You know what I mean? He got a lot of options, a lot of popularity, a lot of status. Man of the community. That's positive. But also, I got a homie who's a motherfucking shooter in these streets. A few of them. But one in particular I'm talking about. Motherfucking shooter in these streets. A lot of people know about him. You know what I mean? They know about some of the things, or they maybe even heard some shit. That's all. Motherfucker's a mythical beast. Seems like to a lot of these bitches. And a lot of bitches want to get at him. Simply off that. Word of mouth. Status in the community. And that's, you know what I mean? That would be viewed as negative status. But either way, it's crazy. Bitches are still, you know what I mean, get somebody with a negative. But see, this is the thing. You got to do some fucking negative shit and risk your shit. And if you're going to do some positive shit, you still got to risk some shit. You know what I mean? And this is all just to get a woman. It's crazy. And then look, another thing I want to touch on, another point is, we even have lower standards than women. And it's still hard for us to, you know what I mean, get sex. The average man to get sex, you know what I mean? What's up with the homie? Homie Jose. Good way to shoot him some status. Yup, you feel me? Alright, look. We even got lower standards than women when it comes to sex partners, and it's still hard for women, for men to find women. You know what I mean? Women, and there's a couple of things. Women, they're not finding men physically or economically attractive or suitable to be worthy of marriage or a relationship or sex. That's how high their standards are. You know what I mean? Let me see. Playing Russian roulette out here, no thanks. That's probably why it's harder, haha. And the other reason could be, too, how sex is so exploited that no one wants to be seen in a negative light. You actually said a good point. Because a lot of women, they go about... a lot of women who feel like they'll get shamed for having sex partners or maybe engaging with sexual activity with a man, they find other ways to go about it. They keep it on the low. They are even more extremely selective when it comes to their sex partners. You know what I mean? They don't want the word to get out. They don't want to be looked at and viewed as promiscuous and being hoes and shit. So that's also a reason too why women have stopped having sex after a certain or not stop having sex. They are more selective with their sex partners because they don't want it to be seen in a negative light. So it's not that women are not having sex at all. They're just having less sex and being more selective. You know what I mean? What's up with the homie OTMJ? We out here, man, spitting these facts. You know what I mean? Feel free to chime in if you want. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to add too is that, men have lower standards, like I said, for women as far as sex partners. Or men have lower standards than women when it comes to their selection of sex partners. You know what I mean? And it's still hard for men to get in them jeans. You know what I mean? Like how Genuine said and shit. And this is because women aren't finding men physically and economically attractive anymore. You know what I mean? So they're being more selective. They're being more picky. They're raising their fictitious fucking standards. And they're being outrageous with that shit and over-exaggerating. And this is also due to the mismatches in the marriage and dating relationship marketplace. So a lot of women are becoming more educated, like I reported or like I stated earlier. 75% of women take up the academics when it comes to students across colleges. Across the nation. You know what I mean? When it comes to colleges. So there's more students, and it doesn't mean that there's less men fucking signing up for college. Kind of is, because a lot of men are pursuing now entrepreneurship, and women are too. But entrepreneurship, a lot of men are pursuing stuff like that. So the college enrollment when it comes to men, it kind of goes down. But there's still men signing up for college, and a lot of them too. But women are just overwhelmingly signing up. Still not signing up for STEM and shit anyway. Just signing up for some bullshit like psychology or gender fucking studies or some fucking bullshit. What else, man? You know what I mean? And that's also for them. It's also because they have unrealistic and high standards. I already said that. There's another topic, another point I want to touch on. What's up with my boy Daryl? Is that 1/3 of men, this is a fact that baffled me. Like I said, I was tripping because I didn't think it was true. 1/3 of men in North America aged 18 to 35 report sexual inactivity. So 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 report sexual inactivity. And that's crazy. And I'm going to go deeper into it right now a little bit. I did earlier if you guys missed it. But I'm going to touch back on it anyway. I got like 4 or 5 minutes. Anyway, 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 reporting sexual inactivity. And this is an accurate study because like I said, this goes across North America. It's based on like fucking U.S. Census and U.S. Department of Health and Nutrition and some other shit. But this is accurate because men, it's actually embarrassing to fucking admit that you're not getting sex or some shit. You know what I mean? You're reporting an increase in sexual inactivity. So, you know what I mean? It's embarrassing for men to even fucking admit that. So that's the reason why you know that this shit's accurate. So 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 report sexual inactivity, and it's a lot of components to it. They're either 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 are either virgins. 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 are reporting no sex in a year or longer. 1/3 of men aged 18 to 35 report no sex at all in a year or longer, and that's not by choice. You know what I mean? That's being abstinent, and that's not by choice. Like I said, it's just hard for the average man to get some cutty up out here, shit. You know, but I'll do admit that women report sexual inactivity from ages 25 to 35. So the sexual inactivity, they ain't getting the attention anymore. So hold up, I kind of jumped the gun. Women report sexual inactivity from ages 25 to 35. And this is a lot of things. This is a lot of reasons why. A couple of them is because, so I'm not saying that it's always harder for men to get sex. It'll always be harder for the average man to get sex from women. But as a man, you have a lot of things you could ride on to increase a lot of shit that you could compensate for what you're lacking. You know what I mean? You could get your options up later on in life versus when women have the most options when they're younger. Oh yeah, like I said, so women report sexual inactivity from 25 to age 35. And this is the thing, because women report a high sexual activity when aged 18 to fucking 24. And also, it'd probably be lower, honestly. It'd probably be like from age 15 when it comes to women. But we'll do adult. because this is what the statistics is based off of anyway, is that women age 18 to 24, they're at their peak sexual attractiveness when they're 18 to 24. So when they come 25 to 35, they start reporting sexual inactivity. And this is because, like I said, they are just leaving their peak sexual attractiveness, and they report high sexual activity when they're going to college and shit. You know, they're getting smashed, they're getting trains ran on them, they're doing all that shit. So as soon as by the time they're 25, they got their degree, they're starting their career, they're getting deep into that shit. So there's a lot of reasons why women report sexual inactivity from ages 25 to 35. Like I said, focusing on their career now, they just got that degree. So they ain't trying to give no men no play. They're being extremely selective now too. So now that they graduated college, they're focusing on their career, like I said, so their standards are even higher. You know what I mean? Also, they adapt masculine and hyper independent characteristics when they're around that time, around that age, you know what I mean? Especially if they're damaged, and especially if they've been focusing on their career and schooling. You know, but the main thing that a lot of women want to deny is why they report sexual inactivity from ages 25 to 35 with women. One thing that the women deny why they're not getting fucked when they're 25 to 35 is because they're losing their youth, beauty, and fertility. And these are a lot of main components that men look for when they're looking for a fucking woman, when they're looking for a woman, especially a woman to marry. But this is just fucking. You know what I mean? So, like I said, a man would fuck a cougar type bitch, but would he marry her? Most likely not, unless he has low value himself. You know what I mean? If he ain't got no money, she's making a cool money, she gonna take care of him, whatever. But that's most likely, women don't be taking care of niggas long term and shit like that. So that's the main thing. Women want to deny that from 25 to 35 they lose their youth, beauty, and fertility. That's when it starts. So it's a wrap with them after that. You know what I mean? A couple more things I want to go over is that it takes more than sexual arousal for a woman to commit to sex. You know, so if a man's good looking, that can only take him so far. That ain't enough usually for a majority of women to commit to having sex with a man. So most likely you being good looking isn't enough for a woman to give you some cutty, to give you some play. And that's real. Sometimes you gotta have some jewelry, you might gotta have to be popular. You know, good job, good money, nice car, maybe nice game, mouthpiece, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Fucking the bitch good. Well, you ain't fucked her yet. This is to get the cutty. You know what I mean? So yeah, so a lot of these things you can work on. Have a nice body, maybe you tall, some type of shit like that, but it's gonna be a combination of things. You looking good as a man is not enough for a woman to commit to having sex with you. It's always got to be some other thing. Also, men have to become. Women just are. Meaning women are born with their value. Men have to earn their value. We have to bust our ass to become something, because if we're sitting on mama's couch smoking fucking weed all day, playing the goddamn fucking video game, we're gonna get no bitches, no opportunities, no money, no type of shit like that. You know what I mean? So you got to get up off your ass, man, if you want these bitches. Not just bitches, if you want to get this money, because it's not always just about bitches. It's about you, man, as a man, reaching your peak potential as a man, you know what I mean? Us as men, we're lucky that our value increases as time passes, you know what I mean? Women, not so much. As more time passes, value of women go down. You know, one thing I like to say, when I was doing my studies, I came up on a quote. It said something like, Mother Nature blesses women at an early age, and then Father Time comes in and strips away what all that Mother Nature blessed the woman. So Father Nature comes and smacks the woman up, you know what I mean? And lets her face reality. All right, another thing, women swipe right only 2% when it comes to men on Tinder. And these are just men with average profiles, you know what I mean? So they get swipe right 2% on Tinder when it comes to men, you know what I mean? Women swipe 2% right on Tinder when it comes to men. Men swipe right 46% because we're more looks based. So this goes to prove that a man just looking good isn't enough for a woman to commit to having sex with him. These are a couple things, man. I ain't been on live for over 30 days. Not that I was nervous or anything like that. It's just that I don't know. I was like, damn, I've been studying this whole time, just like I do. I'm just getting back into shit. I was like, man, let me get a couple minutes. At the end, it ain't even been an hour, but fuck around and go live tomorrow, maybe. We'll see what's up. Hey, thanks for everybody who participated. We're gonna keep building this traction. We're gonna keep spitting this knowledge. And man, hey, don't let these women, man, do not let these women fuck you over. And that's real shit, man.